Hey, good morning. This is Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator. I've got a video going out to the FAST, the PHAST. Okay, can you dig it? I can feel your desperation, my friend. I think I was going to say my brother. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell sometimes, but I thought that I was working with you, but I realize that it's one of your clients is having issues with a neurological disorder. I don't even remember what you guys called it, but they have so many different names. So I'm going to start this video out by saying that this is not medical advice. I don't want to give medical advice because, well, medical advice doesn't work, but this is not medical advice and I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who's going to present some possibilities. If it resonates deep down within you somewhere and you feel like this is something you want to try, then I want to encourage you to do that. Okay? I love health. I especially and particularly interested in neurological regeneration. What I've learned in the past about neurological regeneration, brain and nerve regeneration, which can be one of the most challenging issues because this is what I've seen and read about and learned about over the course of the last 15 years, okay? You can eat cooked foods and the bones will slowly heal. You can eat cooked foods and a cut will slowly heal. What I've noticed and heard and read about is that it's very, very difficult to regenerate nerves because nerves take the most amount of non-linear energy, if you will. Let's see, what's the name of it? Let's call it electromagnetic energy. So the soft tissues here with the skin and the bones, they will heal slowly over time on a diet that is less than the best. When it comes to nerve regeneration, from what I've seen and what I've heard, and I've got a chance to spend time with someone that is actually a brain and nerve regeneration specialist, is that fruit is the highest energetic food source as far as electromagnetic energy, which is sometimes referred to as angstrom units. Let me read a little something here from a book that I read, and hopefully I'm not breaking any copyright laws. I won't. I guess if I give credit. But anyways, let's say this book measures the units of energy in angstroms, and I'm just going to go down this list to give you a little idea of what I'm talking about here, okay? It says energy of healthy foods, okay? Fresh, raw fruits, 8,000 to 10,000 angstroms. Can you dig it? Which is the highest? Fresh, raw fruits. Then vegetables, fresh, raw vegetables, 8,000 to 9,000 angstrom units of energy. Okay, can you dig it? Now check this out. This will be interesting. Milk, fresh raw milk for children. Okay, fresh raw organic milk, 8,500 angstroms. That's why in India, milk is good. In America, in industrialized nations, it is not good, and we'll see why in a minute. Okay, vegetables cooked, 4,000 to 6,500 angstrom units of energy. Okay? I'll wrap this up in the end, but now check this out. Here's the energy. This is what the book says, not me, but I agree with the book, personally. Energy of toxic foods. Pasteurized milk, 2,000 angstroms. Okay? Cheese, 1,800 angstrom units of energy. Refined white flour, 1,500 angstrom units of energy. Cooked meat, 0 units of angstrom energy. So, now here's to wrap it up. Body frequencies, okay? The average human is 6,500 angstrom units of energy. That's the average human. We got to remember, average isn't really very good in this world. Cancer patients, in general, 4,875 units of angstrom energy. So, in other words, the heavier, denser, less energetic foods will pull the inner energy down. Okay? And the higher up, the higher frequency foods like fresh raw fruits and vegetables will pull the organism up. And I have heard that in general it takes about 7,000 angstrom units of energy to smile. Can you dig it? It's not easy to smile when you're unhappy, isn't it? It ain't easy to smile when you've been on a junk food binger, is it? Can you dig it? So, that being said, I hope you all understood that. That's from my friend's book, Robert Morse. Give him the credit. If you haven't read that book, you should. The Detox Miracle Source book. He's a brain and nerve regeneration specialist, and he taught me everything that I know about this particular subject. So, fruit is used to regenerate the nerves. When the clients are in the clinic and they're eating the fruits, they're getting mobility back in the nervous system. When the client needs to put on weight and they're put on vegetables, sometimes they lose mobility. Isn't that interesting? Yes. So what I like to suggest to the fast here, after all that ado, is to tell your friend to eat the best organic, ripest, in-season fruits that she can get her hands on for nerve regeneration. It doesn't really matter the title of the little disease because there's so many of them. This is not medical advice. We don't treat diseases and we don't cure diseases because we don't want to even care about that. We're interested in only getting people healthy. We're only interested in regenerating the nervous system. Can you dig it? Ka-ding. Okay, so tell your friend to eat fruit. Because why? Because that's going to lift the energy up. Any raw foodist will tell you this. I'll tell you. When I had nothing but fruit the other day and went for a walk, I literally took off running because I couldn't help it. Okay, so when I just eat fruit, see ya, I could not keep myself from running. I was like, I'm just going to go for a walk. And I just took off running. Why? Because I was just on the highest energetic foods there are, and it just lifts up the vitality when you eat the fruits. So all this craziness about fruits, I don't get it. It ain't my experience whatsoever. I use the vegetables for mineralization and balance. But if I was having neurological disorders, I would still want some amino acids. Personally, I wouldn't want to get too thin. So I would juice the herbs, juice the leafy greens. Now, another thing I want to point out to you, the fast, and your friend, if she's going to get a chance to watch this video, is that if you've got neurological disorders, it is my opinion, and this isn't medical advice, that you've got issues with the adrenals and the rest of the endocrine glands. So we're all dealing with the same thing. Why? Let me ask you a question. Do you want to feel less energy today, or do you want to feel more energy today? And so if you do, then are you going to eat those raw foods? Are you going to eat fruit for energy, and are you going to use the green herbs to heal and alkalize tissues and to provide the amino acids? You're also going to need, if you're a more athletic and more active person, you're going to need higher amounts of the essential fatty acids. So an athlete like me can eat a lot of stuff because I lift, I run, I walk, I ride, I'm always active, yoga. Someone in a neurological regenerative phase is probably going to want to eliminate most fat. Some fat, though. You need a little bit of fat for the myelin sheath, but you don't want too much because then you'll slow down the energetics of the healing. So tiny amounts of fat, but mostly focusing on, for neurological regeneration, the fruits and leafy green herbs to provide the magnesium and the calcium. So get your hands on the freshest fruit, the freshest green vegetable juices. So if you're going to be in a neurological disorder, I always try to make this sum it up for everyone as easy as possible. Fruit for energy and nerve regeneration, and then the green herbal juices to supplement for minerals, okay? And then small amounts of essential fatty acids, but very small amounts, and probably no nuts and no focus on protein. If you get a little thin, don't worry about it. The nerves in your brain and nervous system don't care what you look like. They just want to regenerate. So the fruit is going to give the neurological regeneration. This is for all of us, because if we need to regenerate our nerves and we need to lift our energy up, so think about that chart and eat the raw foods and take yourself higher. You can do this. All right, I'm glad to see you getting healthier.